further ado, let's just get right into it. There is this unsteadiness in your body. You're doing a lot in October, so most of this unsteady energy is actually because of you and everything that you're trying to accomplish in a short period of time. You're gonna have opportunity to be still, to be outside. You're gonna have opportunity to be in a leadership role. You're gonna have a lot of say. People may be treating you differently, like you're at a higher level, or maybe you've been waiting for this to happen, and either way, you are seen at a higher level right now, but I also see that you are not taking that in the best way. You may be noticing that people are treating you this way so that you're doing ill intentions with it. You may be acting egotistical, making decisions that are only good for yourself, and this ultimately leads you to rack up bad karma. And with Mercury retrogrades, I always say that you want to do the best you can, because whatever happens in a Mercury retrograde sets the stage for another one coming up. So this is why it's important to not try and do a lot of projects, and it's important to reflect. If you want something to be temporary, then this might be a good time for it, but I see that right now you are business involved. It's important to be very mindful of what you're doing during this time, and I see that you're not acting completely genuine, and this is not because you are not completely genuine, it's because you're living in your ego. You have a lot of things going for you, and it's very easy to fall into the ego when everything is going your way. So just keep in mind to keep discernment with your ego, because if you let it drive your life, it may create some issues for you, especially if people are seeing you in this higher state, position even. You want to keep it that way. You don't want people to see you not taking it in a good way and then they lose respect for you. So honestly, all I can say with that is just be humble. You are moving into a new period of your life. I see in the beginning of October, after that celebratory period, you're gonna be having time to think about where else you want to go. So I see the Two of Wands here in reverse, and you want to do more things with your life, but you don't know what. And this may make you feel stressed or uneasy in the moment, because you are a person that usually has a plan of where you're going. And right now it's like you're creating your new plan. I see that when you are stressed, you direct it either outwardly to other people, but if you are not able to do that, you direct it to yourself. And that is actually what we need right now. There is some insecurities in there. There is some ways of thinking that are outdated, that are not even who you are anymore. Maybe it's a past situation that you got out of and your head is still stuck in that. But either way, there's going to be a transformation here, because we go from the Two of Swords to the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is you being in a position where people are able to come to you for advice, because they see the way you're handling things, they see that you're getting better. You may be even an idol for wisdom, something of that nature that people can trust you for advice. So I think this comes from you finding out these hidden parts of yourself that need to be healed, and then healing them, and other people are able to recognize this. And when you are in this position, then you are able to give out to other people again, because in the beginning, the overall energy I said for October was that you may be acting egotistical, you may be making decisions for yourself, but I see that once you heal, and once you realize why you were so self-involved, and that it was actually just a coping mechanism for ignoring yourself, that you will genuinely sit with yourself and figure out these ways of being that are not resonating anymore. And I feel like it's a very quick shift, because again, this is all for October, and I'm seeing a lot going on here. So once you change, you are able to live through love with other people instead of living through ego. And when you're able to do that, you give. So you may be making cards for people, making gifts, maybe doing fall festivities with people. But either way, you need to focus on yourself. And then once you feel like you've given yourself enough time, you fill your cup and then give it out to other people when it's full. And then we have the Eight of Wands here, and this is an energy that is linear with healing. I feel like the Eight of Wands is when you've done the inner work, you focused enough to where your life feels still and it's peaceful. Because when our life is still, you can either view it as boring or you can view it as peaceful. And I think that you're gonna be honestly enjoying it. And when that happens, the universe sees, oh, okay, now I can bless them. Because the Eight of Wands is really like your life is taking a whole different turn. And honestly, I always say that the transformation that we do within is transferred to our external reality. So that quick transformation that you did with your thought process is now manifesting into your life speeding up. Whatever opportunity is coming to you or new business promotion, it's going to be something that you're dedicating a lot of time to, and that is going to cause you to get out of alignment with yourself. And I feel like it is because of your job. So whatever job that you are doing, there's going to be an increase in activity around the end of October. And then this is going to have you feeling not as connected with yourself because you won't have as much time to focus on yourself as you were used to before at the beginning of the month. But honestly, Spirit is telling me that the Lovers in reverse is okay because it's only temporary. You need to go through this brief period of time to go forward in your career. And I feel like at the beginning of the month, you're going to be focusing on yourself a lot because at the end of the month, that energy's not going to be there. You're going to have a whole different project that you are not going to be your first thought at the beginning of the day. So I see it manifesting as the Lovers in reverse with a disconnect from self. And then that goes so far to the point of burnout. Not neglecting yourself, but you're just postponing that self-love stuff because honestly, whatever opportunity this is, it's calling a lot of your time. I see near the end of the month, you're probably going to be very tired because all your energy is going to be in this success that you are building for yourself. And we have the Six of Wands in reverse here, which is telling us that you need to be patient. You have been putting a lot of work into your work, but it needs to be a foundation, not just a quick build, because a quick build never lasts a long time. So this card is reminding us to be patient until you get to the top. So it's important not to just completely deplete yourself of energy before you're at that point where you can take a break. So I have also pulled some love messages for you, and we first have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, and this is for the beginning of October here. So this time when you're celebrating, make sure you're just really, again, looking at what you're gonna do in the future, focusing on yourself, because it seems that you're kind of going to be away from your person for a bit. Usually when we see divine timing cards, it's reminding us to keep the faith alive for when we see this person again. So if you're going through like a little separation or you haven't seen your partner in a couple weeks, just know that it's because of divine timing. You're meant to reflect and celebrate at the beginning of the month. And then we have let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. So this is going to be the middle of October. And during this time, if you are having a significant other, it is okay for you to open up about this to your friends. I honestly love this card because sometimes we don't know if we can open up about certain things like that with people because of the energy analogy. I've talked about that previously in my videos. But then we have playfulness for the end of the month, and it says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So this is going to be the end of the month. I feel like this person is really bringing out your inner child. I feel like this is a spiritual connection because we have divine timing working here. We have assistance from friends working here. And then we also have a message from Spirit telling us that this person brings out this youthful side of us, so it's okay to be ourselves. And those are your love messages for you. Okay, so I have pulled some Moonology cards for you. We have you are good enough and have faith in your dreams. And then this is full moon in Virgo, and this is waxing crescent moon. And waxing crescent moons are great times to drop projects on. So if you are planning something and you want to launch it on a specific day, doing it on a waxing moon can definitely catapult you to further manifesting it. And this you are good enough is really speaking to when you're going to be going through that period of the Two of Swords in reverse to the Hierophant. This is going to be the transformation of self when you are really reflecting on inner insecurities that were not really present to you until now. And the main message that's coming through is that you are good enough. You don't have to wear a lot of fancy things to portray yourself in that way. You don't have to overly give to other people to deserve love. I feel like your sense of self comes from kind of giving more than you need to sometimes, and you're learning how to be comfortable with taking care of yourself. And then when you reunite with people again and when you get in touch with your work again, this is going to be after you go through that healing process so that you can give your energy to these things again. And other than that, that is the end of your reading. If these messages resonated with you, I would love to hear how your month of October is going. Make sure you come back and watch this video if anything stuck out to you that you need to hear again. And otherwise, I will see you in the next reading.